Hold on. Look, we'll just...
They're tiny.
First eggs. First eggs.
They're so small. Hi there, I'm Sean, the Modern Yeoman, and if you're new to this channel, then you should know that we have one primary goal here, and that's to show you how somebody who's a complete novice to the homesteading world, that's me, somehow manages to pull it off. And if I can do it, then so can you. I've only been doing this now for a little over 4 months, and to say that I'm swimming upstream would be a massive understatement. But swimming upstream or not, I'm doing it, and I believe that makes all the difference. My next project is to lay down a silage tarp over the future garden bed areas where we'd like to have some raised beds rocking by the spring. Now, if you don't know what a silage tarp is, well, neither did I until roughly 2 months ago. I'll spare you the calculus lesson behind the mechanics of it all, but my basic understanding is this. The black on the top of the tarp takes in heat from the sun, while the white on the bottom of the tarp traps that heat underneath it. The ensuing environment just nukes all the vegetation under there, all the grass, all the weeds, everything. Ideally, after a month or so of constant coverage, you should be left with just a bare patch of dirt, a blank earth slate, essentially, to start growing with. All right, so here we are. I'm about to open this thing. It's funny how excited I am for a piece of agricultural tarp, but that's where I'm at as a homesteader. I'm very excited about this kind of thing. So I'm gonna cut this open and then hopefully just roll it out. I've marked out the 4 corners of the basic square that I want to cover with cinder blocks, with concrete cinder blocks. So I'm gonna use those 4 posts as kind of my guide for how I roll this thing out. Otherwise, I have no idea how this is gonna work, so let's just get into it. All right, here it is. I've almost got this thing completely unraveled. This one I think is 32 feet by 150 feet. So the shorter side, the 32 feet, corresponds about exactly to the measurements of this square. So hopefully I'll be able to unfold this thing and line it up with these blocks to fit the garden space area perfectly. All right, so I got the length of the sheet about exactly where I need it to be on that far end. So I'm gonna take the scissors, snip it off right there, and roll it that way. So that was easy, a lot easier than I thought it would be. After I laid down this main tarp here, I was actually able to get the tarp down for our shady greens garden as well. And I had my dad help me set down some of these completed raised beds to help keep both of the tarps down. This has got a lot of room left. All in all, I'd say this is one of the easiest projects that I've taken on so far here at the homestead, and rewarding too. Seeing the tarp laid out like this just reinforces how serious this garden is going to be, how big it's going to be. I'm very excited for this. Anyways, I'll keep an eye on the grass under the tarps over the next month or so and keep you guys updated. I'm also very excited for the chickens to ramp up their egg production. As you saw at the beginning of this video, we just discovered the chickens' first eggs, the first eggs from this flock. Well, shortly after we discovered those eggs, we decided to give them a first crack of sorts and try out a taste test. Let's see how that went.
So we found
found our first eggs today. These are olive green in color, so we think they're from our, what is it called? Starlight Green Egger?
I think so.
Stripey is her name. So we've got 2 eggs, presumably from Stripey. Here goes the first crack. Nice thick shells.
Nice and orange. They're very small. I'm hoping they'll get bigger.
First eggs.
Let's try them out. Oh. Oh, that's good. That's good.
So good. Oh, there's nothing like it. They're so yellow.
Really, really buttery. I guess it's because you added butter.
I did add butter. No, don't.
You've already put salt on it. I'm gonna have
It's
red hot.
pure. You have to have the pure egg.
It's not pure. It's had butter and salt on it.
Well, then leave mine over here. These are mine. Don't put hot sauce on mine.
Oh, that's good. That's better than I thought it would be.
I'm ready for all fresh eggs all the time.
I am too.
No more buying any eggs.
Thank you, chickens.